Hey,
Woo! Ow!
my name's Tony, and yeah, the other day I came to the conclusion when I was wearing this sweater that was too tight on me that I think sometimes people are just jerks, you know, when their clothes are uncomfortable. But it just makes, you know, explaining your behavior really awkward, you know, if you try apologizing to somebody. It's like, you know, man, I'm sorry for being so mean. It's just this vest, I don't know, it does something when I put it on. I don't know how to explain it. So you just have to deal with it because I'm uncomfortable. I feel like being a jerk with uncomfortable clothes on. So lately I've had this fear of dying in my sleep. So I've been wearing a life jacket to bed. So far, so good. I was at a funeral and some guy came up to me. He just handed me a Ziploc bag full of hair. And he was like, here. He wanted you to have his beard. I was like, I didn't know what to say to that, so just told him I wouldn't shave. I ran over my date's foot once, and that's what happens when you have a plan and you hesitate. I was never very good with the ladies, you know. I wasn't good at picking up girls when I was a kid. Which was pretty messed up because, like, you know, He-Man was my imaginary friend. So I figured, like, you know, of course you gotta get chicks. He-Man's your friend, but I guess you gotta be pretty lame if He-Man's your imaginary friend and you still can't pick up chicks. Because, like, I knew kids, you know, who had, like, Elmo as an imaginary friend, and they're, like, picking up way more girls than I was. And that doesn't make sense. Because He-Man's way cooler than Elmo when you think about it. And chicks just don't realize that. And they need to. That's all. I got bit by a clownfish the other day at work. I make eyeglasses for a living, so I'm not really supposed to be getting attacked by sea monsters at work. I'm not like a clownfish hunter, you know what I mean? I don't go around like shoving my daughter's head in the mouths of clownfish all day. So I don't know. I make eyeglasses. That's what I'm trying to say. I decided to get a tattoo of a dime on the palm of my hand. So that way I always know the proper amount of hair gel to use. Did you ever get hungry from watching somebody throw up? It's like, hey, was that good? What? That hot dog. It's like, I'm hungry now. It's like such a tease, you know? It's like watching the Food Network when you're starving, you know? It's like they just have all this food in their stomach and they're just gonna throw it up. Just shove it in your face, like, oh, look at all this food you can't have. It's just real ignorant, I think. When I was a kid, my mom used to come in my room and start yelling at me. And I'm like, geez, Mom, you need to relax. She'd be like, you know what? You need to tense up. And then she'd slam the door. I was having a real bad day. And then I got out of the shower and I dried off with a towel that smelled like pee. And I thought that was pretty strange because that usually doesn't happen. Like, when I get out of the shower, I usually can't even find a towel. So to find one that smelled like pee was a bit odd. And then afterwards, I was just kind of like, I probably shouldn't have done that. Like, you know, there's like a list of things you probably shouldn't do in life. Like, you know, rubbing a towel that smells like pee all over your body is probably on that list. And I did it. I was laughing so hard the other day, I wet the toilet. It's the most unembarrassing moment of my life. My sister's dating this personal trainer, and you know, he's always trying to get me to work out with him at the gym, and he's like, yeah man, dude, I can get you washboard abs, man, just think about it. And I was like, yeah, I thought about it, but I don't really want washboard abs if it's gonna just lead to more belly button lint. which I'm guessing it will. So, didn't do that. I hate when I meet people in bands, you know, and they say that, like, they're not in it for the money, you know, they just do it because they love to play. And I'm like, well, you're not going to get very far with that kind of attitude, you know? It's like, you loving to play isn't going to buy you drugs and prostitutes. Which are two things you definitely need to be doing. It's like, you just might want to reconsider this, you know? You need a manager? I can help, I can show you the way. What I tell them, you know? I don't know. Dude, I love old school hip hop. It's good. Like, rappers back then were way better than they are now, you know? And they're smarter too. Like, back then, you had like geologists rapping about smoking rocks and stuff. And now, you just have like Chris Brown or whatever that is. And I don't know what he does, you know? But he should be rapping about that girl he just beat up. About how he beats up his girlfriend. Because that would get a lot of hits. I would download it. Every now and then I catch my nightstand trying to sit down. And I'm like, whoa, what are you doing? That's not your job. You better get back to standing before somebody sees you. Come up in here and start sitting down. It's ridiculous. I shot a homeless person with a BB gun when I was a kid. And he was like, damn it, Tony. That's why I'm not sending you any child support this month. Alright, thanks.